My name is Scott Cobb. I work as a lifeguard for the city of Austin, done so since 2011. And I don't know if you got the memo, but the PAR director sent a memo to city council on March 25th announcing that there was going to be a third-party investigation of allegations of sexual exploitation, harassment, and grooming occurring in aquatics by managers involving young lifeguards. I didn't see it mentioned in the PAR director's update. There's a memo right here, and I found it kind of disturbing. It says, these allegations were investigated fully by both PARD and the City of Austin's Human Resources Department, and the results of the investigation revealed this was not occurring. I don't know why people write things that are just patently false and put it in official documents. There are internal emails that verify that these inappropriate relationships were taking place. And there were internal documents and reports that they were not fully investigated. There was 2 lifeguards mentioned by first name that HR claimed they could never find in the database. And they did not contact them or conduct any investigations of those allegations, even though if they had gone to Barton Springs and asked any employee, they would have found out immediately who those people were, and they could have investigated that. I knew immediately who they were. They were not investigated at all. I got an email March 27th, the day I spoke to City Council, from one of those people, lifeguards. She said, when you're a teenager working at Barton Springs for the first time, and you're getting attention from your 30-plus-year-old bosses, you think that's just how it's supposed to go, and that it's fun and new. Then you're entangled with adult men who just prey on each new batch of girls that come each summer. And then she goes on to say, working there was fucking traumatic as a teenager. There are other cases that were not investigated. I know of a case, a woman lifeguard was a victim of a sex crime on property at a pool that she reported, and no one from PARD or HR picked up the phone or sent an email to APD and reported that crime.
Thank you,
There are other
Mr. Cobb.
cases I could mention. Go on and on. It's a long list. I don't know if my time is up already.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Chair Villalobos, can I ask him a question, please?
We just received in the training that I went to. They just told us that during public citizen communication, we can ask clarifying questions of the person's comment, if that is what you're seeking.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeking.
All right. If the public citizen would like to, are you open to a question seeking clarification? Would you be open to answering a question that seeks clarification?
I'm not sure.
Thank you, Mr. Cobb, and I'm so sorry to hear about this. I would like to ask, if, just to clarify, did the lifeguards report this directly to Austin Police Department or just to PARD and to staff?
Regarding which case? There are a lot of cases.
Any of them? Were any of them reported by the lifeguards directly to Austin Police Department?
No, they were not. They reported to PARD. It was PARD's responsibility when they receive a report of a sex crime to do one of 2 things. Directly contact APD, or at the very least, tell the victim, you have this option to contact APD. They should do it themselves. They should have done it themselves. They did it in other cases, not this one. So, yeah, but The cases that were not investigated, they reported it. It was filed through the city auditor's office, and I understand also in person earlier. The names were mentioned in the report, and HR has an investigation that they issued in 2023. And it literally says we cannot find these two people's in the database, even though the names, first names are right there. People, when they report these things, they, try to don't put the whole name sometimes. But there was no investigation. I knew immediately who they were.
Thank you for the clarification. I appreciate it.
Are there any other questions?
Thank you, Mr. Cobb.